Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're doing a little hunting in Chicago, Indiana area. Welcome to SLB takeover of Carlos's channel this week, so I'm not gonna complain. So obviously the first couple of videos this week was with Trent, the golf outing, which is probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. It was just a lot of fun. And then we did a SLB versus Carlos video where it was me versus Kent on who had the better rise, and if you haven't checked that one out, definitely go check that out because shocking results. I think so anyways. And while I was out there for the SLB golf outing, I obviously went liquor store shopping because that's what I do. So I stopped at 3 different liquor stores. I think I picked up a few bottles out there at the liquor stores. I won a bunch of bottles at the raffle, congratulations to me, but that definitely took up some space in the suitcases, so I couldn't do too much shopping. But anyways, so I stopped at a Benny's on the way down. After the golf outing dinner, we stopped at Wise Guys heading back to the hotel. On the way to the airport, I stopped at SLB's Honey Hole, which, if you don't know the store, that's B's Liquors or Harry's, depending on how they say it in their videos, because they talk about that store all the time. I've been to Benny's before, and I've bought a bunch of bottles there the first time I went there last year, and I've been to Harry's before a couple times. Harry wasn't there this time, but it's fine. It was still a good store, and we'll talk about it when we get there. Couple things before we get into the video. I just shipped out all the samples for giveaway winners and stuff like that, so if you've not received an email from me and you expect samples in the mail, reach out to me, because as far as I'm concerned, I think I'm caught up. So if you didn't get a tracking number from me today, definitely reach out. Also, guess what came in yesterday? My very first pick. And as you can see, pretty much already done with this first bottle. It is a copper and cask. It's an 11-year-old MGP, almost 12 year. A couple more months it would have hit 12 years. High rye, 60-36, 4%. It's 113.8 proof. I am happy with it. I was very worried that it stayed in the barrel too long. Not that's usually a bad thing, but from the day we tasted it to when it got actually bottled. If you want to get one of these picks, my Whiskey Cigar Club already bought a few, and Patreon has first opportunity at it, and I'm going to open it up this weekend. So I usually don't promote my Patreon, but I did just kind of change the tiers up and stuff like that. So check out my Patreon if you want to pick for sure, because they all get first dibs. And anything left over, I'll do a review of this versus some other stuff on either Monday's video or Wednesday's video, and that's when I'll open it up to everyone else. So there's 73 bottles total, and I would say 20 already gone, so we're down to 50, and that's without my Patreon getting into it yet. That's basically just my Whiskey Cigar Club and myself, because I want some of my own bottles. It is very good, but if you want to wait for the review, it'll be next week. Anyways, let's get into hunting at Benny's, which Benny's, if you've never heard Benny's is like a huge store. The only stores like that in Connecticut that we have are a couple, and then the Total Wines, which I don't really shop at. I kind of boycott Total Wine. That's a whole different thing, but it's a huge store. There's a bunch of them. This is at one location that I've actually been to a couple times. It's just on the way from Chicago down to Indiana. So let's see what they got there. Oh, real quick, also, all these stores have music in the background, so I'm going to listen to myself talk and just basically restate what I'm saying in the videos. I just don't want YouTube to yell at me because there's music in the background or anything. So just let you know, I'm basically talking over myself. All right, first thing I come in, I have to get a lighter for my cigars because I like to travel with them. This is the store pick section, and I saw these Starlights. I'm like, oh, that's a crazy new label. 5 different finishes, different oaks and stuff like that. I sent to my buddy Matt, who's a huge Starlight fan, and he wanted the Swedish oak one, but pretty cool labels. And if I lived closer, I would bought all 5 of those. Obviously, I'm going to check out these Elijah Craig's Larcenies because I'm looking for the newer batches, but these are picks anyways. 3 Floyds, another cool label. I don't think I've seen that in Connecticut. 6 year, nothing too crazy. The price I don't think was too bad. There's definitely, yeah, $60. $60 for like 6 year, something I didn't know about, so I don't really know. But a lot of different picks here. They even have like different picks like in not just whiskey. They have other 7 years, $70. Another label I'm not familiar with, but stuff like that I always pick up, just kind of look at, because I don't know anything about it. Pinhook 10 year, I thought this was pretty interesting too. A lot of good store picks. more stuff, and this is just like other things that aren't even whiskey, like rums. And there's like this one little area in front of like the glass case, and there was a couple of nice bottles there last time I was there, so I was like, oh, let me check out that area. There's this Colorado single malt whiskey, cool little bag. I was like, what is this? Highland Park, so Scotch. A little too expensive for me. You got some Octomores, which I actually just bought in Connecticut yesterday, and I opened them all up last night. I liked 1602 better, but I might do a review on all three. I actually have this tequila, the Ghost one. Have any of you guys ever opened this Calumet, like the fancy decanter thing? That's the one Calumet I didn't buy last year. I just figured, and that decanter is probably gonna be very not so good. I just picked one of those Angel's Envy's cash trends. This New World Cup like tequila things. There's cigars that come in like humidors like that. Oliva has one like that, and now it's reached into like the spirits world. But you'll probably see a lot more of soccer related stuff this year because of the World Cup. Now, Widow Jane wasn't a bad price, but I pretty much get any Widow Jane here. Just did a review of this Kentucky Nectar. It's like the honey finished. I'm literally saying how I'm putting the lighter in my pocket. Hopefully I don't get arrested because I just didn't want to carry it in my hand. I've heard a lot about the Kentucky Nectar. I have had samples of it. It's just a little too expensive, I think, for a honey finished whiskey. Different Bookers, not a terrible price. A bunch of scotches, but I pretty much can get any scotch in Connecticut. It's not something that's like flying off the shelves or anything. All different whiskeys, American whiskey, single malts. So, you know, check those out. There's a lot of stuff we don't get in Connecticut for American single malt. This is the one that I saw at Cambridge for, it was like over $100. I was like, that's different, but I'm sure it's too pricey. Exactly, it's much cheaper here. Those are really cool bottles, but the prices are a little too high, so I didn't want to jump on it and then them not be good. But they're really cool bottles, like that design. Now we got some ryes over here. Beautiful in the Dam, another brand I'm not familiar with. Cool labels. .6 year. Very light for a 6.6 year. It's like, damn, this shit's like almost white. I'm now realizing that the music's probably very loud, so I stopped talking. So I'm kind of just like showing like what kind of ryes they have, because this song was so loud. Like I'm hearing it in the headphones right now, and it's crazy loud. But the Pursuit United is right there. We don't really get those in Connecticut, and they're so good. Dark Arts. I remember back then that Old Forester 100 rye you couldn't get in Connecticut. I had to go to Massachusetts to get it. No Sazerac Foolproof, which obviously I am a big fan of. If you didn't watch Wednesday's video, again, I don't know why I'm in love with that bottle so much, but it's just killing everything. Remember when bull rides were hard to find, and now they're everywhere? Well, you know, they used to only be sold in Utah, so that was part of it. You got Whiskey Acres up there, and I was like, oh, we don't get that in Connecticut. I've heard a lot about it, but kind of skipped on it again. Kinder and Drake, something else I've never heard of. From Indiana. You guys have that? Let me know. So like all these, that Wolf Point Gang, Cow Creek, that whole section, I've never heard of like any of these bottles. That's the crazy labels, same, the Three Floyds again. I forgot I looked at these like, 10 seconds ago. but crazy labels. 4 years, 6 year. That's the pick that we saw looked at before. $60, 6 years. Hard Truth. Actually, the Hard Truth I have, I bought at this store last year. Switchgrass Spirits, never heard of that either. There's a lot of brands here that I've never heard of, and if I lived in the area, I would probably pretty much own all of these and just check them out. But we don't get a lot of these brands. Obviously, this is a huge store, so they have to stock up on their shelves. Bunch of Germans, which I've been there, so I have like all these bottles, except that orange one. That looked like a new label to me. This Copper Cast store pick, obviously, I was like a little excited when I saw a Copper and Cast store pick, and this is $40 for, I think it was like an 8 year, so really good value. I did get that bottle. That's one of the bottles I did buy, and I did try it. Do I remember? No. I had the bottle shares, but it's at home somewhere around there. So a bunch of Garrison brothers, and a lot of them were for sale. That one said limit one. I almost got that one, but we get Garrison Brother Connecticut, so I was like, if I really wanted it, I can get it in Connecticut. And then they have a bunch of more bourbons, like right in the middle aisle. Oh my god, they just have bourbons everywhere. Bernheim, you know, like this. And it's this year's barrel proof. Shut up. You know I picked that up. I've only been able to see the 225. More, actually those Hardin Creeks up there, this is a store I bought them last year. The Evan Williams 250, everyone's going crazy about. I actually reached out to my liquor store owner to see if we're getting them in Connecticut, and we are. So I think my local store actually got that in for me recently, or the store we just got them in. That one or the other one. There's two different brands. I'm always checking Larceny barrel proofs. I do like them, but we're not getting them in Connecticut. The cash strength is great value. $45 for that is one of the best under $50 bottles out there. Benchmarks I never get in Connecticut, which don't get the distribution, which makes no sense, because that's a great value. That's super expensive Jefferson's, $300. So actually we had it last night at my Whiskey Cigar Club. Well, someone wanted to try it. I was like, all right, go ahead. A bunch of different barrels. But again, that's something we get in Connecticut. A bunch of Lucky Sevens. We think we do get them a little bit in Connecticut, but I don't see them like that many. Last Crack barrel proofs, gotta check. Nope. The Remuses now sitting. And I think they priced them up a little bit too high for those Remuses. Bottom shelf IW Harper. I'm more familiar with like the 15-year-old. It's a similar bottle shape though. Penelope, the Old Foresters. You got Green River. It's all kinds of stuff we get in Connecticut though. Yeah, that Whiskey Row caught my eye. Different label. Something I don't see in Connecticut. I'm immediately going to pick up and kind of look at. But not too bad. Cash strength. $60, not a bad price. Larrikin seal box, like the website. That was strange that I saw that there. I thought that was weird. Barstown. I see the weed is delicious. Cold picks. They were Cold pick was at the SLB golf outing. That was pretty cool. They were like everybody from them was there. This 2XO Gemma Kentucky's look. They used to be $200. Now they're $140. Just sitting. Found some more stuff. Some Drying as Milk Origin Maple Barrel. So 100% got that for my wife. All right, so that was Binny's, and I picked up a couple bottles there, like the Maple Brulee, the Bernheim one, and the Penelope for sure. You'll see in the haul video that I do probably in a week or two to see all of them. Pretty good store. Prices are really good. I know they have some kind of membership thing because they asked me if I was a member there, and I said no, and I signed up to save money, I think, on the Copper and Cast pick possibly. So obviously, if you live close by, you can use the member points, probably get the more allocated stuff. You know, you tell me if you're a regular shopper at Binny's, the rules there. But they have a whole room with they had like the Weller Millennium and crazy bottles that I think you can just go buy. I don't think they're allocated at all. I just think they're just so expensive. You know, that one customer is gonna buy it and they'll be happy just to move it. They have it in a glass room. Last time I was there, I actually went into the glass room. This time I kind of just looked from the outside. I didn't even record apparently that room, but just crazy bottles, but usually most of them were like scotches and stuff like that. So now we go to Wise Guys in Indiana. This is on the way from the SLB golf outing after the dinner and everything, and on the way to the hotel for the bottle share. We actually stopped at another liquor store and then this liquor store. The other liquor store was crappy, so I didn't even want to record it. This is Wise Guys, a big store. Prices were decent, not as good as Binny's, but not terrible. Just a little up price. I thought they were really bad when I got to like the Buffalo Trace, but I was just looking at it wrong. But anyways, so let's get to Wise Guys. Another new label, Digits. It's a celebrity whiskey. It's Scottie Pippen. I figured it out eventually. So, low proof, $63. I love the glass tops. It's hard to open, but once you figure out the trick, easy. Responder bourbon, little firefighter, medical type thing, police. Cool. Source, but they donate to charities. Kind of just looking. I have to be very selective. This is right after I won a bunch of bottles at the raffle, so I'm like, you know, if I buy anything, it's going to be for the bottle share and to bring back home, so it can't be too much. Lima whiskey. That's a pretty expensive single barrel. Rattle and Snap, that's different. Oh, Logstick Distilling. I knew that the bottle shape reminded me of something, but it's Logstick Distilling. That's where that cheap rye that I really liked came from. Same bottle shape. I was comparing how they're one's 27. That's 4. I'm arguing that's a 1, but it's a 4 years. $27 versus $110. One's a 4 year and one's an 8 year. It's a big price difference. Same proof. I'm trying to understand why the price is significantly higher for double the age. All the Penelopes, all the different cocktails. Private label. It got me on the smoke. I was like, oh, is this for cigars? This is cigar blend? Everything about this is like cigar. Call out my name. So close. But then I realized it's just MGP. But the backbone thing. Which we get Backbone in Connecticut, so it's something I could possibly get. Again, I had to be very selective, and right now I'm trying to figure out why this is for cigars. It's not like finished or anything. I'm just trying to figure out why it's more of like for a cigar type thing. But if you guys had that, let me know, because it definitely was the closest thing I pulled the trigger here. So we have like a 10-year MGP, 110 proof. Very close to, like, again, I'm trying to convince myself to buy this right now. But the whole like non-finished thing. Another new bottle, Luca Mariano. 7-year, basically 8-year. It says not incredibly complex. That's what you should put on your marketing. Very, very crazy. Bookers, we got a bunch of barrels. A lot of Bookers sitting on the shelf. And look at that price, $130. We just saw them at the other store for $90, which is not so good. A lot of cool picks, which they were at the golf outing. And you were able to try all 4 of them. I tried the small batch and the toasted. Toasted was significantly better. It is priced higher, obviously, but I have a bunch of cold picks last year at Bourbon Banks, and I did buy the single barrel there. The one that I always find, the A225. It's a really good bottle though. It's like everywhere. Remember last year when everyone was looking for these, the Ferrans? Just a bunch of them, 160 though. A little higher, I think. These are supposed to be 150 and they're, 160. So a little bit more expensive. And it's when they're sitting. Who knows? We got 15 stars. Usually too expensive. Yeah, like these crazy prices. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's not even the stores. 15 stars is just overpriced, in my opinion. So Jane, 15, too expensive for some Dicko nonsense. Cool little labels. 41 and about 80. So why are they such a big price difference? What we got here? We got 43%, we got 60%. That one's a rye, it's a 4 grain, no, from grain. trying to see if it's even like a bourbon or anything. It just says from grain. Just keep going. See, this is where I get confused. Buffalo Trace, I see this 57. I'm not reading it. It says 3 Floyds underneath on that tag. So I get so upset. I get so upset right now. But at least I can correct myself right now. But I'm like, what the heck? But so I got backbones. Backbones are pretty good. I'm just going on a tangent right now about the Buffalo Trace price, and it's not even the right price. It's just in the wrong spot. See, look at that, 10-year, 120. I feel like that's too expensive for that. I feel like they're much cheaper in Connecticut. Some ore over here. These are the ryes, and I get upset, and I get, what's Buffalo Trace? And I went back, I found the actual Buffalo Trace, and they were like in the 30s or something. So I went back to it, and I was like, oh, look, let me read. Stop being so angry. So it's just in a bad spot. So there's a whole nother section that has Buffalo Trace and other things. And so over here we got, you know, Larceny and Buffalo Trace and Travelers. It's $33. So not terrible price. And that might even, that looks like the bigger ones, who knows? I'm not gonna buy Buffalo Trace, obviously. I get that in Connecticut. Elijah Craig's, Angel's Envy. These are all picks. Still looking for the Elijah Craig Rye barrel proof, and I still can't find it. Bunch of Jack Daniels, and that's Wise Guys. All right, and that was Wise Guys. We actually ran into a couple other YouTubers there, bonding over bourbon, and we invited them to the bottle share, the SLB bottle share at the hotel, and they were actually going there already, so that was pretty cool. So I did see them at the bottle share later that day. I also saw the Bourbon and Balls guys over there. I see SLB guys were over there. Trenton and Kent were there. It was cool talking to a different content creators out there that are way more successful than I am, and kind of talking to them about different stuff, and then, you know, just hanging out and drinking. And obviously I was there with all the SLB fans, and, you know, which is me. I'm one of those people, so with my fellow SLB fans, so it was a good time. The next day, after I did the video with Kent on the way to the airport, I went to Bees Liquors, or Harry's. Harry's the guy who owns Bees Liquors. He wasn't there, but I checked it out. Now, I will say his prices aren't the best. Some things are a little bit priced higher. What he does at his store is he does bundles. So for like the crazy allocated bottles, you'll see them, but they're always in bundles. It did end up, I think, buying 2 bottles at that store. I didn't buy anything at Wise Guys, but at Bees I bought a couple bottles. But let's get into the world famous Bees Liquors. We got some Shanks. We got the new Remus Lou Gehrig. I actually tried both those bottles last night at my Whiskey Cigar Club. So you'll see that video probably next week after I do my second Whiskey Cigar Club next Tuesday. Oh, Ezra pick, a bunch of hard truths, like a bunch of different hard truths there. Again, not something I don't think we get in Connecticut, or just I don't remember anyways, but I feel like I always see them out there. It's like tons of it here. Look at all those hard truths. Bunch of 1792s right there. More hard truths. Your 04s from 1924. See, these are the bundles. You see the Parkers, you see the Four Roses. This is a barrel proof Taylor, the Now Creek 21, the new Charter Oak. There's, I think, a Heaven Hill 22 up there too. Got the McLarens, which I don't know if anyone's interested in those. I always look at the date on that. I used to only see them at the airports. I don't know, maybe it's why. Obviously, it has like some of the crazier bottles at the top shelf, you know, crazy money bottles. A lot of these are picks. I thought for some reason these were the 117s. I was like, no, it's just small 110s and 120s. Again, more of the Gem and Kentuckies. A pick though, that's interesting. I almost bought that, but the price. More picks. Something different, and it says limited release on it. Why didn't I pick that up? Some regular Eagle Rare Green Label, Blue Label, Old Foresters. The old fits that everyone went crazy with last year. Just a bunch of small batches just sitting there for 70 bucks. Not a bad price. I think you can get them here for like 65. So, you know, again, $5 extra. It seems like that's kind of like consistently where it's like a couple of dollars more. The new Woodford single barrels. The 250 bottles again. Some Cedar Ridge. I was trying to see if this was the Cedar Ridge SLB pick, but it's just it's their store pick. Some more store picks. I feel like last time I was there, I saw a lot more SLB picks there. And I think just because the SLB community was in the area, they got taken. Because I didn't see like any SLB picks there. I was Craig 18. Man, remember when people bought those all up? Now they just sit, think the words out, they're not that good. That's probably the reason. Oh, Great 16, don't see that in Connecticut. This Remus Experimental 2 just picked up. The Lou Gehrig just picked up. Opened at Whiskey Cigar Club last night. So you will see reviews on that. If not, just the one from the Whiskey Cigar Club, at least from that, if not its own videos. Again, I'm checking the barrel proof. These are actually older ones. There's a couple of different ones that are older there, but again, now I already packed my bags. I'm like, I gotta be really stingy. A lot of the normal stuff. I'm not seeing anything like too crazy. Come on, Cameron, get up there. Copper Kings, that is different. Never seen that before. That I remember it was. Your normal stuff. For some reason, I think this is a pick, and I was like, oh, it's just the regular one that came out last year. Silly goose. Different 1792s there. You got your Penelope F Cancer, the Cigar Sessions. Another bottle that everyone went crazy about last year, and it's just sitting. A bunch of different fiddlers that I've never heard of, like that egg one. I've been there to their distillery in Atlanta. It must be a newer box. I don't remember that one. This almost picked up. This is the 777s that I picked up last year. And it didn't get too much hype, but it was a different bottle. I always pick up Joseph Magnus's Cedar batch. This is almost like a brand new 461. That's I was trying to see if I could find one of the older ones. Circle City. Ever since SLB did a pick of Circle City, I've been more excited about them because Brian I didn't know anything about. But yeah, so I was just looking at these because I was definitely debating on maybe getting one of these Circle City ones. A Robusto blend. You know what? I did get one of these. This is the bottle I got here. I would tell you, if that shit says like cigar blend or something on it, I'm buying it. It's like new cigar blend. Nowhere does it say like it's finished or anything. I gave a crap to the other store. It was cheaper. I'm pretty sure I picked up that bottle for myself there. A bunch of the butterflies. Tons of bar sound. Look at that. They got like every single one up there. Again, the 15 stars, the coal picks. Got some Jeffa Creed. A bunch of 2XOs, the Rebel Empires. Nothing too crazy over here. Dan Dickel. That's a responder bottle again. A couple other areas in the store that have more bourbons, and I was kind of just walking around and finding those. They do have a lot of whiskey at Bees Liquors. So again, and they also have some kind of membership thing too. I just give it a try and see how I need the points. I went back to the area where I had the bundles, and I was kind of showing this little side because I didn't record over here. But just a couple more picks and just random stuff over here. So that was Bees Liquors and the whole trip in Indiana and Chicago. So I stopped at the duty free at the airport on the way home, and they had Eagle Rare 12 year for $150. I couldn't buy it anyways. Obviously I wasn't flying internationally, but I wouldn't spend $150 on Eagle Rare 12 year. That is just crazy talk to me, but you know, if you want it, it's at O'Hare, a bunch of them. I did my first hunting video last week or 2 weeks ago, and I just did my second one. I don't plan on doing a bunch more anytime soon, but some of you guys asked, did enjoy the first one, and you guys said like, you travel a lot. While you're traveling and you're hunting, definitely record it. So I recorded these different stores, obviously bigger stores, not really hole in the wall stores. Harry's is definitely the smaller one out of the three we went to, but jam packed with stuff. And you are able to get some of those crazier bottles. They're in bundle deals. So I have different kind of viewpoints on bundle deals. So tell me what you think about the bundle deal situation. Back to doing regular reviews on Monday. For all the new people that subscribed to the channel recently, thanks for being here. Don't do it stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.